In a law office in Tunis, a mother grieves for her son. Fatima says she'd originally sent her 2 boys to Europe because she was worried about what might happen to them in Tunisia. Ahmed, her oldest child, had only returned home for a short visit.
He wanted to stay for 2 or 3 months, and then the revolution happened. The regime of Ben Ali killed him. The regime that I made my sons escape from. My son came back, and they killed him.
Lawyer Lamia Farhani represents Fatima and many others who lost family in Tunisia's revolution. They accuse members of the security forces for the deaths of their relatives and want to see them held to account. Lamia's brother was also killed during the revolution.
It's an honor for me to defend these people because of my belief in this case. Before everything else, it's personal for me.
Many Tunisians have, for years now, also demanded the government issue a formal list of those killed in the revolution. And while a preliminary list of names was prepared in 2011, it was never released. The issue is a huge bone of contention for relatives of those who died in Tunisia's revolution. They can't believe an official list has yet to be published and say their loved ones won't get the justice they deserve until the matter is finalized. Those wounded during the revolution are also seeking redress. KAMAL TORKHANI says he was shot by security forces during a protest. He shows us his wounds and explains how he won't be able to get proper medical care unless the government includes his name on a list of those injured during the revolution.
Every time I knock on a door, they ask me why I'm coming now and tell me that I have to wait until the final list gets published.
Siham BENZEDRINE, who heads up Tunisia's Truth and Dignity Commission, tells us a list of those injured and killed during the revolution should have been released years ago. She says that her group, which is tasked with investigating crimes that go back decades, will publish a register of victims spanning from 1955 until the end of 2013.
The victims of what happened during the revolution, they will find themselves included in this register of victims of persecution, which will be published by the Commission in the Unified Register of Victims of Persecution.
Back at the law offices, the work will continue and the grief will go on. 7 years after a revolution that shook a region, they say that, for them, not much has changed. Mohammed Jamjoom, Al Jazeera, Tunis, Tunisia.